The Cop and the Anthem by O. Henry. Soapy shifted on his park bench and felt the cold air bite through his thin coat. Every fall, when the leaves turned and the nights grew sharp, the same thought came to him. Winter was near, and a homeless man like Soapy needed a plan. His plan was simple, and to his mind, very sensible. He would get himself arrested. 3 warm months in the city jail, with food and a roof and good company, sounded far better than freezing in the open. So Soapy stood up, brushed off his trousers, and set out to commit a crime small enough to earn him a comfortable winter behind bars. His first idea was to enjoy a fine dinner at an expensive restaurant and then refuse to pay. The police would come, and the rest would be easy. But the moment he stepped through the door, the head waiter looked down at his torn shoes and ragged pants. Strong hands turned him around and pushed him quietly back onto the street before he could even sit down. No arrest. Soapy sighed and tried again. Next, he picked up a stone and threw it through a shop window, shattering the glass with a loud crash. A policeman came running at once. Soapy stood still and smiled, sure that this time he had won. But the officer would not even consider that the calm man on the corner was the guilty one. "The fellow who breaks a window doesn't stay to chat with the cop," he said, and chased after someone running to catch a streetcar. Soapy walked away, free and frustrated. He went into a smaller, cheaper restaurant, ate a big meal, and then cheerfully told the waiter he had no money at all. "Now call a policeman," he said. But the waiter did not bother with the police. 2 waiters simply grabbed Soapy and threw him out the door, dropping him hard onto the pavement. He picked himself up, aching and still a free man. Growing desperate, Soapy decided to behave badly toward a woman near a store window, hoping a watchful officer would haul him off. But the young woman, far from being offended, smiled and seemed quite happy for his company. Soapy hurried away in a panic. Later, he stood on a corner and shouted and sang and made a great noisy disturbance, certain that this would do it. A passing policeman only explained to a bystander that it was probably a college boy celebrating a football victory and told Soapy to move along. Even stealing an umbrella failed, because the man he stole it from admitted he had taken it himself and let Soapy keep it. At last, Soapy gave up. Cold and tired, he wandered to a quiet street where an old church stood. Through the open window came the soft music of an organ, and a choir was practicing an anthem he had known long ago. The sweet, familiar melody reached deep into his heart. Suddenly, he remembered the person he had once been, with hopes, friends, clean clothes, and honest dreams. A wave of feeling washed over him. He decided, then and there, to change his life. He would find work, lift himself up, and become a man again. He felt strong and full of purpose. But as Soapy stood there, full of new resolve, a hand fell on his shoulder. A policeman was looking at him with suspicion. "What are you doing here?" the officer asked. "Nothing," said Soapy. The next morning, a judge spoke quickly. 3 months in jail. And so, at the very moment he chose to be good, Soapy finally got what he had been chasing all along.